Things I've noticed in the side order trailer. First off, if you look at the place where the lobby used to be, you can see a very fancy doorway in its place. I think that maybe we'll have to enter the tower and climb it, considering that a lot of the other images have elevators in them. The next image shows a bunch of black ink and our octoling sitting in the middle of these huge black spikes. I've seen a ton of people online addressing that this is actually nuclear warning architecture. This next image is probably the most confusing to me. Is this dripping red ink? Maybe even blood? I'm not sure, but it's most likely red ink, considering that Splatoon is marketed towards younger audiences, and in Splatoon, you can actually play with red ink. This next image is even more weird. It's a shadow of something or someone, and there's a ton of wiring at the top. I've seen a lot of other people relate this image to Commander Tartar, but I also sort of see a sanitized octoling, maybe even younger Marina. I highly doubt this being an octoling though. This image seems more clear to see. This is most likely a fossil of some sort, maybe a salmonid. These look like the stages that the octoling will go through. Those lead back to the elevator images. I think that maybe the stages are different levels inside of the tower, and we get to them using the elevators. In this image, we see a shadow of an inkling. I know this because of the pointy ears. Although this could be Captain 3, the ears are a lot more pointy than their headset. The shadow also lacks the longer tentacles that they have, which means this inkling has shorter hair. This proves my theory about this being Agent 4. 4E's headset is much more pointy, and they also have much shorter hair than any of the other agents. If you look closer at the shadow, the shape sort of looks like Agent 4E's shirt, but this could just be another inkling with similar clothing. This is the last image I want to talk about, simply because of the amount of things I've noticed in it. In the octoling's left hand, it looks like they're holding a new type of weapon. It looks like an upgraded splatter shot, but maybe it could be a new type of octoshot because the character we're playing as is an octoling. In their right hand, it looks like they're holding an ink tank. I don't think this could be anything else, but maybe it could be a new type of sub-weapon. I highly doubt it though. On the right of the image, there seems to be something that looks like an octo-zeppelin. The setting that this octoling is in looks a lot like the other images of the stages. Maybe this is the same place? In the bottom left corner, I think there's black ink. I know this is possible since in the other images of the stages, it also shows a bunch of black ink. On the octoling's hip, there's a little pouch of something. It looks colorful, but the green and blue remind me of sanitized ink. Maybe this could be sanitized ink? This could also be a very tiny ink tank, since the octoling doesn't seem to have one on their back. This would mean that the thing in their right hand is either a new sub-weapon or something else. The last thing I want to talk about is this thing in the top right corner of the image. I've seen someone online say that this looks a lot like the copy machine in the original Splatoon 3 lobby, and I couldn't get it out of my head. Maybe the copy machine is gonna be one of the bosses we have to fight in the DLC. That's all I have to say. I'm not the best at these sort of things, so if you have any other opinions, please share them with me. I'm very interested in what this DLC will be about.